We are on board the stunning Explora 2 by Explora Journeys. I'm Claire from the Travel Academy.
And I'm Andrew, Business Relationship Lead for the UK and Ireland for Explora Journeys.
So let's talk about Explora Journeys.
Please.
So what sets Explora apart from other cruise lines?
So we are a brand new luxury ocean travel brand. We really are redefining, I should say, the luxury ocean travel experience. So I know it sounds really odd, but we don't see ourselves as a cruise line, which is weird because obviously we are on a ship. But we do see ourselves more of a creator of journeys. And so, you think of a journey, you've got a start, a middle and an end, and that's what we're all about. It's not just the onboard experience. And we're more kind of, I guess, like a floating luxury hotel rather than your traditional cruise experience.
It does have that kind of feel on board as well, the sort of lobby area and things is a lot more akin to that kind of high-end luxury hotel rather than the cruise lines that people might have been on before.
Absolutely.
I suppose speaking of people that have cruised before and those that haven't, are you finding that you're getting a lot of people that are new to cruising? Absolutely,
and I think we knew that we would attract the new to cruise market. I don't think we realised just how much of our kind of guest clientele it would be. But people can see the difference between us and traditional cruising because that's why we don't use terminology that is unique to cruising, like crew. We talk about host instead. We talk about journeys instead of itineraries and that type of thing. We have destination experiences instead of shore excursions because there are still people out there that have that misconception of what cruising is going to be, and they think automatically it's the massive big ships, cringy entertainment, bad food, and where everything that's not. So we definitely have a massive market that have never set foot on a cruise before, and it's great because it's a whole new audience. But then we're also attracting people that are seasoned cruisers from other cruise lines and wanting to give us a go and try us. Definitely.
And I mean, going back to what you said about the sort of food on board, let's talk about that because there's 9 culinary experiences, 6 restaurants, 11. Oh, I was too short.
Yeah. So too short. So around the ship, 11 distinct culinary experiences. Again, very non-traditional cruise, even when it comes to dining. As you know, most ships have a main dining room, which you've got your choice of 2 different seating times, and you're generally told where to sit with certain people on a particular table. We don't have anything like that. We've got 6 restaurants on board. 5 of them are all included in the journey fare, and then there's one which is chargeable, which is a degustation menu with wine pairings if you wanted to dine in there. But then you've also got your 24-hour in-suite dining. There's a whole range of different, venues around the ship. As I said, 11 distinct venues. And so the food, I could honestly talk till I'm blue in the face about the food. It is, and I hope you agree, the nicest food I've ever had.
It's amazing. I mean, I'm on day 4?
Yep.
Day 4 now, and I have eaten in a different place every evening. I've eaten in 3 different places for lunch, and every single thing has been incredible. It's like dining out in really high-end restaurants in London, New York. That's the sort of feel. And I think that sets it apart as well in terms of cruising. You kind of get used to that cruise feel of a restaurant, whereas I ate at Marble & Co last night, which is the steak restaurant, and it really felt like a luxe New York kind of.
This is it.
Yeah, it was amazing.
That's exactly what. Everything's been so well thought of and so well designed. And if you hadn't have walked along a gangway to get on the ship, for example, you would easily be mistaken for thinking that you were in a luxury, boutique or niche sort of restaurant on land. So it's a great atmosphere on board, and it's completely different to anything else that's out there at the moment.
Absolutely. And I think another thing that Explora does really well, and of course prides itself on, is the wellness on board and that sort of tagline of finding your ocean state of mind. I was straight in the spa when I got on board. It is beautiful. The facilities are incredible. The fact that it's included is great. But not only that, the other wellness experiences and little touches on board. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Wellness and wellbeing is a massive part of what we offer at Explora Journeys, and we've got over 7,500 square feet of space dedicated solely to wellness, and we're all about choice. So, you know, that 7,500 square feet of space, you know, included in that is 4 different pools. So for a ship of this size to have 4 pools, you know, normally on cruising, everyone's kind of squeezing around one pool. You've got that much between day beds and sun lounges, but we have so much space that, you know, the ship has been designed for the warm climate. So choice of 4 pools. You've got your wellness areas at the spa. Big advantage with us is that we actually own and operate the spa ourselves, so it's not outsourced to a third party, so we have complete control over everything. As you mentioned, it's all complimentary for our guests to use the spa facilities. You know, the facilities include your hydrotherapy pool, you've got your Himalayan salt cave, your heated marble beds, your steam room, everything like that. So it's just such a way, and as you mentioned before, to discover that ocean state of mind. And that's what our philosophy is here at Explora Journeys. It's really wanting you to relax, let go, and just unwind, and discover that ocean state of mind, which is a new saying that basically we crafted because it's of that feeling that you get when you're on the water and by the sea, because the water evokes emotion in you. You do feel relaxed, and that's really what we're aiming to go for. So you look at these wellness retreats and that type of stuff, and we're offering all that kind of experience whilst on board.
I think that's amazing. I think there's such a increase in that want to do these wellness retreats, and you know, a big spike in fitness and mental well-being and all of that as well. And it's really important, and people are escaping their everyday lives coming on board, and to be able to, you know, not just visit these amazing destinations and things, but also to really look after themselves as well when they may not have time to do that back at home. It's a really lovely thing. And I mean, the yoga, the Pilates, even on your sweet TV, having some of like meditation and breath work and things. There's little touches of wellness everywhere, which makes a huge difference.
And just in say that, you know, we have a partnership with Techno Gym. So Techno Gym basically supply all of our state-of-the-art fitness equipment, as you said, in the suite. So, you know, in all of the suites, you've got that kind of stuff that you can connect to on the television. In the penthouses and residences, so slightly higher categories, you do have your fitness equipment available as well. So your resistance bands and benches and dumbbells and that kind of stuff. So you can even do a workout in the privacy of your own suite if you choose to.
It's a really great addition. So that's kind of on board. Let's talk about the destinations, because I think one of my favourite things about the itineraries and things that are put together, or should I say, sorry, the journeys, is the lesser known destinations. And not only that, but that every port that we've been in, I think we've been the only ship. And that is really unusual, because usually you're getting off a cruise ship and there's 1, 2, maybe 3 other ships. So that automatically increases the number of people in that port, and that hasn't happened at all on this. Is that something that you actively seek to do?
It is, and again, everything's been perfectly crafted because for that particular reason as well. So we really want to avoid over-tourism, and let's be honest now, there are those destinations that, exactly as you said, sometimes you've got 3, 4, 5 big ships coming in at the same time. So to avoid that, our journeys have been thoughtfully curated. So places like Mykonos, for example, you know, Mykonos is a prime example. Last time I was there last year, we were the only ship in, because we were there for a Saturday night when all the other ships are doing their turnarounds in Athens or Istanbul, for example. So we were the only ship there in port, and we had, you know, full access there. 3 minutes on the tender and you're in the heart of Mykonos, and everything's been sort of designed like that. We've made some changes recently due to guest feedback and, you know, our own kind of planning as well. Santorini, as stunning as it is just slightly busy now, well, very busy now. And when there's so many ships in at any one time, even just not even ship passengers, but just land travelers and guests as well, Santorini's just kind of lost that kind of luxury kind of feel, and we don't want to offer an experience to our guests that isn't in line with what we kind of want to offer on board the ship as well. So now you'll see that we don't really travel to Santorini anymore. We're going to more, you know, unique kind of traditional smaller islands like Milos and Patmos and that kind of area. So it's giving our guests that more relaxed kind of feeling, rather than being sort of crammed around with thousands of other cruise guests, cruise passengers. And we're starting to open up more of the world now, which is great. So as you mentioned, we're on Explora 2. So this is the second ship in our fleet. She's coming up to a year old now, so she'll be 1 year in September. At the moment, we've been very Mediterranean, Caribbean heavy, just because only having the 2 ships. However, when Explora 3 launches next summer, so summer 2026, she'll be going up into Northern Europe, across to Iceland, Greenland, East Coast, USA, Canada, New England. And then we're also going to be going to South America, up the Panama Canal, the Pacific West Coast. We'll have the summer season in Alaska in 2027.
Amazing.
Arabian Peninsula, Middle East at the back end of 26, early 27 as well. And we're not far off launching our winter 27, 28 journeys as well, and Explorer 5's first journeys too. So
wow.
that's something to look forward to, being announced in September this year.
Amazing. And just kind of staying on that topic of destinations, I think, you know, there's a lot of 7-night journeys.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it tends to be the case that when there's a 7-night journey on a traditional cruise line, that the following journey might be that same itinerary but in reverse. Explorer's not like that. No. So you could do a 7, a 14, a 21, and very rarely visit the same place twice.
Exactly. So we, as I said, like, we're not a traditional cruise line, so we don't have a home port. So we don't just go back and forth to particular places. So we're more yacht style cruising. So we kind of follow the sun, and it's a really nice way of traveling, and by doing longer journeys. So by doing back-to-backs, you know, as you said, 14 nights, 20 nights, 21 nights, whatever that is, you very, very rarely repeat a port whilst on that journey. So it's usually about 20 or 21 days before you actually go back to a port that you've already visited on that on the journey prior. So apart from your turnaround destination, so you might see, you know, you turn around twice, whatever, but apart from that, it's pretty much your own very unique journey. Amazing.
And I suppose finally, what can you share about what's coming up? I know we spoke briefly about the new destinations in parts of the world, but is there anything else that you can share with us, maybe about Explorer 3?
Yeah, so Explorer 3, that's our new ship to join the fleet. She'll be joining, as I said, in summer 2026. Explorer 3 and Explorer 4 will be a little bit different to Explorer 1 and 2. Similar, but a slightly larger ship. So Explorer 1 and 2 are 63,900 tonnes. Ships that size are normally designed to carry up to 2,500 guests. At maximum occupancy, we only have 922 guests on board. Wow. So you've seen what's like, this ship's completely full at the moment, and the amount of space is phenomenal.
It's incredible, yeah.
Explorer 3 and 4, because they're going to be equipped with LNG tanks, so LNG is liquefied natural gas, so it comes down to sustainability features. They're going to be a little over 19 metres longer and about 10,000 tonnes larger. But even though we've got all that additional space, we're only going to be adding 2 additional suites, so 463 suites instead of 461, with a maximum occupancy of 925 instead of 922. So even more space on 3 and 4. Then Explorer 5 and 6 come, so 6 ships in the fleet at the moment which are confirmed. I'm sure there'll probably be more after that. They're also going to be hydrogen powered. So when it comes to sustainability, we really are the leaders and the experts in sustainable ocean travel. So there's lots of exciting things coming up. As I said, new destinations, new ships. So yeah, it's an exciting time.
Amazing. Well, we'll just have to watch this space.
Absolutely. And just one thing I should have mentioned as well is that obviously we've got the 461 or 463 suite. They are all ocean facing. They all have a private terrace. So we have no insides or outsides, none with a window or a porthole. Every single suite on board does have an ocean terrace basically. So it's again all about discovering that ocean state of mind.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
Absolute pleasure.
And thank you for inviting me on board.
My pleasure. Thanks, Claire.